Today's challenge, the Sabotage Challenge. Every half hour, the contestants have 2 minutes to mess with each other's project. No deleting or affecting the actual content of the composition. Let's meet our contestants.
I actually am a little terrified of Adrian. That guy knows what it feels like to wear human skin.
To be honest, I don't feel like competing today. My back and shoulders really hurt. I think it's from carrying this channel for the past 3 years.
Ooh. Trash talk will fly and egos will bruise on this episode of Video Showdown.
Today's gonna be a rough day. Why are we standing here in the dark?
I just like it, you know?
Oh. Hey, the talent's here.
Hey, cool.
Awesome. Let's get started.
You're early.
You look familiar. Okay, so I lost the last contest. Nobody saw that coming. Adrian didn't even see that coming. It was a complete surprise, and everybody is obviously very upset about that. So I am sorry.
Is this good? Is this good?
Actually, I don't know what you're doing.
Sorry. Force of habit.
Last time I won, so I'm feeling pretty good about today. What I learned last time is that I need to go big and that Chris is easy to beat.
I came here to just steal from these guys again. They've got a lot of cool stuff. They're really easy targets, like unbelievably easy. I don't know if this is a reality show.
Am I terrified? Yeah. I actually am a little terrified of Adrian. He's like a combination of Hannibal Lecter and Dexter. That guy knows what it feels like to wear human skin. So I am very, very scared of him, but I am not afraid to lose. I got this one. I know I do. Team Chris. All right, let's do this.
Today we have these 3 unopened packs of magic cards. We obviously don't know what's in here because we've they're unopened.
What are you doing?
We're actually
we need that.
We're gonna have Nico, that's the man behind the camera, open these up, and he's gonna lay them face down on this table, and then we're gonna take turns flipping them over, and we'll have the option to either pick that card or discard it. And if
discard. Boom. We're done.
No.
If you discard your card, you leave it vulnerable to being stolen by the other person, and that's how we're gonna determine. Sorry, I know I said stolen, but I didn't. It's not literal.
So if you pick a card and you don't like it, you put it down, I'm allowed to take that card?
Exactly.
Dope.
And that's how we're gonna decide what effect we're doing today.
Sweet. Let's do this.
Let's do it. By all means, go first.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
Actually, no.
No, I meant Chris. Chris will go first.
Let the cards choose the player. Applied Biomancy. That's cool. I'm gonna say nix it though.
This one. Contract Killings. I don't know what I would do with that at all.
One with the wind. Someone who flies and looks super dope. I'm gonna nix this because I don't want to do a flying thing.
Open Fire.
I'm telling you right now, I'll steal that.
I'm gonna be honest with the camera. I wanted a black card, but this one's pretty cool, and I'm kind of nervous that if I let it go, I'm not gonna get a cool one. So I'm gonna keep it.
No.
I'm gonna do Fire Projectile.
I wanted that one. Whoa, what is going on there? Sorcery. I lost the last one because I didn't go big enough. I'm scared of this card because it's going big. This is my card. Adrian went with some obvious fire object thing. That's playing it small, Adrian. Don't worry. When I kill you in this game, I'll bring you back to life.
Thanks.
All right, so suppose want to use this thing and just call up the dead. Need a skeleton. I got Bobo Bones.
Ooh, I like what he's doing. He's gonna use Bobo Bones. I know you guys don't know who Bobo Bones is yet.
He's gonna have his own show, isn't that right, Bobo? That's right. All right, let's go.
I'm really not nervous at all. I think that Chris is probably gonna do a great job, but it's not gonna matter because my effect is so much cooler. I really need to be thinking about what I'm gonna do, actually. I don't really have any idea.
Adrian's lucky he doesn't have to set up the lights. Maybe I'll just break him down, throw him out the window, get revenge for last time when he messed with me.
What you gonna do with all that extra time, Adrian?
Move the lights across the room. And I'm gonna pretend that I'm doing it because I need them there. But really, it's because Chris probably needs them too. So I can see the talent playing with the skull phone, and she's in front of the green screen. The skull's eyes flash green, so that's gonna give him some keying issues. And he had keying issues last time too. His key was...
Hey Adrian, what's the time?
You've got 14 minutes and 39 seconds, bro. You're doing great. He's not doing great.
Can you say 1 skeleton army, please? And then just kind of look over your shoulder and be like...
I've crafted it together. She's gonna call Skeleton Hut, and she's gonna order some skeletons, and then he's gonna have a lot of Bobo Bones walking around.
1 skeleton army, please.
You should really yank the batteries out of that thing. The noise is polluting his audio, and the eyes flash green, which is not a good color for a green screen. She's making the skeleton dance. But this is not a dance contest! Bobo Bones has green shoes too. He's gonna have a lot of green issues. He probably should have set up that blue screen.
Trying to hold his shoes below that ground line, because I think a Luma mat for the shoes would probably be better than trying to key them out because they're green.
You got 9 minutes and 10 seconds left, my friend. I mean, my enemy! He's doing like a blood sacrifice. It's pretty dark, bro.
Maybe creepy, like smiling at the same time.
Maybe I can just make my whole entry just a parody of Chris's.
Time to play a little game Adrian taught me called Sabotage the Enemy.
He's hiding stuff in the couch. What a monster.
How much time do I have?
3, 2, 1.
The sabotage stops now!
Yeah! You did fantastic.
Thanks.
Yeah, you must act, right? So my shoot went really well. I knew what I wanted to do in the first 2 minutes or so. We had a lot of skeleton-related props, which was obviously super effective. And then I found this really cool coat to wear for kind of like a sorceress kind of theme. I think I have some cool narrative in there. I have a really cool concept for the overall effect. There were some issues, like Bobo's shoes are green and there's a green screen. I'm gonna try and cheat that with the Luma mat. Adrian, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. He's looking for the batteries.
Which is a problem because they're so well hidden. I'm gonna make a sequel to whatever Chris just shot. So you're gonna keep your cape.
Why does the sorceress have a gun?
Because she's a smart sorceress.
Sometimes I worry about Adrian. I think he suffers from daily amnesia because the dude is just walking around right now. I think he forgot what he was doing. He just remembered that he had a camera in his hand. Let's see if he knows how to use it.
Give it a shake, and then we're gonna do it again with the gun, and then we're gonna make it magically change from a knife to a gun.
So he's used up about 6 minutes. He's shot this so far, and that's all, this. Here, Adrian, why don't you just use this footage?
Point it forward.
You might just want to take the camera from him. Maybe shoot with that, turn the camera off that he's using, but he'll think it's still on. You know how you do that with kids sometimes?
You like shoot it, and I'm gonna move this light to hopefully time up with you and make your face light up.
All right, so he wants to do practical lighting for the muzzle flash, which is good. So I made a video in like 2002 or something doing that and showing why it was important. So it's good that Adrian stays up to date with the latest and greatest visual effects techniques. Very impressive.
And we're gonna...
Oh, come on. You can't reuse props and costumes. Adrian, try and be creative. Look deep inside yourself. I know what you'll find there's mostly just an empty pit, but there's gotta be something creative. Man, you work for ProductionCrate, for crying out loud.
One more skeleton army, please.
Should be ashamed of yourself.
Now I'm just gonna shoot a bunch of skeletons getting shot, and that's all we need.
No, you can't use Bobo too.
Hello, help me.
You can use Bobo. He's using all the same props and costumes. He's just stealing all my ideas.
Chris is upset, but the cool part is the judge is gonna have no idea that we didn't coordinate.
I had to go find all these props and costumes and set them up, and he's just repurposing them? Oh, he had the benefit of seeing me go first and make some mistakes, but stealing my ideas. Oh, come on, Adrian.
What's the difference between copying and stealing? Not that I know.
Seeing blatant plagiarism like this is an affront to the filmmaking community. Adrian should be officially uninvited from YouTube.
This is all I'm doing for the rest of my time. This is it.
So I see what you're doing, recreating my shoot. Are you going to do your own at any point? Because you know that's the point of this whole thing.
I got 2 minutes. That's more than enough time.
You want to just copy my screen cap as well? Might as well just...
That would save me so much time.
It would.
Cool. So I'll take a nap for the next 2 hours.
It makes sense. You've been taking a nap for the past 3 years.
That's how long I've worked here. Good job, me and you.
Okay. Adrian saw my ideas, and obviously my ideas were really good because he copied all of them.
What is fair use? In its most general sense, fair use is any copying of copyrighted material done
for a limited and transformative purpose, such as to comment upon, criticize, or parody a copyrighted work.
The judges will have no idea. They just have to judge based off the final product. So if they pick Adrian's, they're picking his because of my ideas. How can you do that? You consider yourself a creative person. Adrian, where is your creativity?
Most fair use analysis falls into two categories: commentary and criticism, or parody. I think I'm in the clear. So when I was watching Chris do his shoot, I thought he did great. I thought he did a really good job. I wanted to do a good job as well.
Adrian, he's like tofu. He absorbs the flavors of those around him and he makes it a little bit worse.
Tofu is actually really high in protein as well as essential amino acids, so thanks for the compliment, jerk.
I hope you guys see my entry and know that all the creative input, all the creative energy is 100% original. And when you see Adrian's, know that it is like bad fan fiction of Chris Kelly's work. All right, I gotta go start editing. I'll see you guys later.
No fair! No fair! Go! Pretty convincing, huh? I started with a little Bobo clip. I got my skeleton keyed out pretty easily. I thought it might be a problem, but I did it through a combination of just normal keying. And then I had to get rid of this brown part here, so I used an extract filter for that. And then I have a separate layer, since his shoes are green, I have a separate layer where I added them back in. I used particular to kind of duplicate him across the floor very easily. So now I've got tons and tons of Bobos. Look at my little dudes. Look at them, they're so funny. And I did a thing where I made a duplicate of that particular layer and then turned the particles on their sides, they're laying flat on the ground, and then I colored those black to give Bobo some little shadows. Chris is gonna find out all about this, and he probably doesn't like my skeletons. He's gonna try and hurt them.
So I have the sorceress kind of like cutting her hand and then she's gonna like drip blood even though we never see the blood. I have fake blood. I should have just grabbed the fake blood. Think about these things right afterwards. Anyway, she like cuts her hands and she calls up the underworld and she summons a bunch of skeletons to the surface.
One skeleton army, please.
So she has an army of skeletons that pop up behind her. Army, it's like 5 or 6 different skeletons right now. I really like these shots of Bobo bones popping up off the thing.
Oh man, I wish I had thought of that.
That's son of a In about 20 seconds, we're gonna rush to each other's workstations and we can mess with each other's compositions.
It's a bit of a challenge because we're gonna do this twice. So I don't know if I should pull out my tricks because what if Chris doesn't know about them? And then I'll give him ideas.
I'm gonna go all out for this one. All right, Adrian, you ready?
Wait. Change the name of the gray solid to blue solid. That'll throw him for a loop.
So we had 5 minutes to mess with each other's compositions. The rule is that you can't change the composition settings themselves. So if Adrian is to export his composition right now, it will appear the exact same as how he left it. However, he has to find that composition to begin with. I created so many folders. I ran out of ideas a long time ago.
Me too, who needs them?
Absurd network of folders that he has to dig through to try and find his composition.
I shied a bunch of his layers randomly, which just makes them disappear, but they're still there. You just can't see them unless you unshy them. He knew I was gonna do that. I'm sure he did it to me too.
When he finally finds his composition, what he's gonna see is a bunch of guide layers, and then his layers are there as well, but they're hidden with the shy switch.
I don't know a lot about After Effects. This looks really annoying.
Yep, I'm annoying myself, which is a good sign, I guess.
I renamed some of his layers to things like null 1, even if it's not a null.
And his composition is named something very obscure, something like red solid 1.
He had his main comp labeled as main comp, so I changed a random comp to main comp. Actual main comp, I just tapped the keyboards to give it a new name, and I did that for a lot of the comps, so they're gonna be really hard to differentiate. I'm usually not an organized artist. I usually don't really bother with naming my layers or anything like that. So I did that to kind of throw him off.
Maybe he could do it in 5 seconds, but maybe it's gonna take him 20 minutes to get back to where he was. I'm not sure what he did to mine yet. I'm excited to see it, and I hope it doesn't slow me down too much. I also saw his project file, and I saw like 100 little skeletons. And they're adorable. All right, Adrian, good luck. I'm sorry for what I did, man. That's terrible.
Whoa, why is this all red? What is this? Oh, they're all guide layers. Ooh, clever. Whoa, whoa, this guy, he left me a maze to search through. This is gonna take me an hour to clean up, and I have to check each one because I'm afraid that I'm gonna delete something that I need.
I'm not like Adrian. Just because I have downtime doesn't mean I'm going to sit around and be useless. I'm going to use this time. While After Effects tracks, I'm going to go onto GraphicsCrate and download some content that I need. You hear a lot of clicking over there, Adrian.
Yeah. Okay, here's a trick. I'm gonna teach you a trick. It's gonna be useful for me. So I know that everything that I did is there's like other stuff that I need, but it's all in here. So if I just highlight that, and if I come to File, Dependencies, Reduce Project, it's gonna delete everything that is not necessary for this one composition, which means that all of these decoy things that Chris set up for me are now gone.
Some shy switches were checked. Saw that. Maybe you're home back.
I didn't think I was, but now I can see that is the case.
The last shot that I have to track, and then I'm on to the fun stuff.
I think that's pretty clever that you're doing a garbage matte for your garbage composite.
I think it's pretty clever that you're a garbage person for stealing my ideas. I love the motion of the marionette. It looks so like old school. I used a bunch of those dirt assets, which are cool. Those are 4K, but I downscaled them to like something super, super tiny and sped them up so they'd be a lot faster. I'm gonna use some fireballs. I love the fireball clips that we have. Those are super useful. And then GraphicsCrate just for building up the back plate again. I think the next showdown, I wanna do nothing on a green screen and just try and do everything like in the set. I think that's gonna be a lot more fun, so we'll see how that goes.
See this guy?
Yep.
Later.
Whoa.
That's what happens.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. I pre-rendered that out because it was kind of complicated, and then I brought that back into particular, and I set the particle type to random play once, which makes it so that each particle kind of explodes at a random time. And then I used another instance of particular with some light emitters to kind of simulate fireballs shooting at the skeleton. I used Fireball 14 from Footage Crate as the texture for my fireball particles, because using some real fire textures is going to help make those a lot more realistic. And then I just timed each of those up with the skeletons that exploded. That's what I've done so far today, and I think it's going pretty well. I haven't really had any hiccups at all today. It's a good day for me. I like skeletons. I like them.
What if I told you there was a skeleton in your body?
Ah! What if I told you that your skeleton is wet?
This is one of the funniest things that happened, guys. Adrian moved to San Diego to join ProductionCrate. One of the first things he did was he's working on a project, and I was like, oh, by the way, when you're masking, just make sure to keyframe the masks. And he's like, I know, I've been doing this for so long. He forgot to keyframe the masks. So he spent like 2 hours rotoing something out, and it was totally useless.
It doesn't sound real.
It happened.
I'm feeling good. I'm not really worried about the next sabotage, because I thought Chris got me good this time, but it didn't really set me back that much.
You don't think he's got something more dastardly up his sleeve?
He might, but I think I can handle it. Do you think I can handle it?
Oh man, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm feeling fried. I had a project crash on me. I don't know, man. I'm feeling super confident.
I pretty much haven't had anything go wrong at all today. So maybe there's...
That's what happens when you know what you're going to shoot the second you watch someone else do it.
It is just now occurring to me that after this we only have half an hour though, so that's something.
Yeah, it's going to be tight.
Let's go! Okay, I feel a little bit bad. I kind of took some inspiration from Chris, like I've been doing all day, where he made a whole bunch of folders that I had to sort through, but I wanted to duplicate his actual comps into those folders so that any ones that are reliant on each other, he would have trouble figuring out which ones were connected. What I didn't really take into account is how much that would increase the file size of his project. I think it's going to be crashing on him all day for the rest of the day. I wouldn't have done that intentionally, but that's what happened, so I think it's about to be Crash City for Chris, and Adrian's gonna be taking home the win.
You didn't change the name of main comp.
Nope. I figured it, I assumed it was fake.
So I have it. The folder structure I'm going to leave. It's organized not how I would have done it, but
All right.
I did set up one little defensive thing for myself. I don't know if Chris found it or not, but basically I made a duplicate of my main comp, which is the one comp that I really need, and I changed the name of it to secret password. It was Kazoo. So hopefully if Chris didn't find it and change the name, all I have to do is search for Kazoo. So I'm just gonna type my secret password, Kazoo. There's a lot of folders here. Ah, there it is. Awesome. Everything I need is right here. Took me 2 seconds, Chris.
what's happening? Why is this happening?
Who could have foreseen that crash, Chris?
I was going to say After Effects here, my task manager. Just says nothing. Something wrong is happening. Oh man, I want to do so much more. I might have to play it safe and just export now. We got 27 minutes left. Oh, come on. That's such a bummer. All right, maybe Karma will help and crash that guy's project file too.
We have less than 15 minutes left, and I do have one more shot I need to do. It looks like this. I just need to really add some fireballs coming out of that gun, which I actually should be able to do easily because I don't need to use particular for that. I can just use fireballs that are found on Footage Crate. It's 5 minutes till we're done, and I'm having a crash. My first crash just so happens to be in the last 5 minutes.
All right, maybe Karma will help and crash that guy's project file too.
I think I can recover from it, but I gotta work quickly.
Why isn't it letting me? Oh, so bad.
I'm just adding a little cartoon spark to her wink, and that should be the end of it.
Stop the clock.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right, so that's it for the practice round. So yeah, I was trying to hand track this spark. No, I had her wink at the camera, and I wanted to put a little spark, and I had it tracked in Premiere, but it crashed. So I was trying to do it with just 2 keyframes because I had 4 seconds left. It's a little off.
That's risky.
It's okay.
That's making a little risk.
It was the last, minimal risk. It wasn't a big deal.
How do you feel about yours?
I feel pretty good. I didn't make any dumb last-minute mistakes like I did last time.
I almost did.
Really?
Yeah, I was trying to add in another skeleton and I couldn't figure out the right layer. So he was like hovering behind some layer that he's supposed to be in front, and I just deleted it. Wasn't worth it.
Ambitious. I think you made the right call.
I think so too.
Let's find out together.
Watch mine first or yours first?
By all means.
Okay. I haven't actually seen all the way through, so I'm very curious.
Ooh. Look at you all. Mischievous.
Oh, weird little lighting change.
That's really good, that fake wall you did.
Thank you. It's quick and lazy, but pretty effective.
One skeleton army, please.
All right, the
I'm okay with it.
The skeletons were very good.
Thank you.
They're very good.
It's so silly. At least once, maybe twice, when I did the like track motion and like freeze motion thing, I only did it to position and not rotation. It looks a little funky, but I'm okay with it overall. It came out better than I thought it would.
There was some kind of pop.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
a fog layer that jumped out on me.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Let's see how I did.
I'm curious. All right, Adrian's. Heck. Yes, that was so good. Nice cutting, too.
One more skeleton army, please.
Nice. Oh, you got the wink in there. I love the knife to gun transition. That was really dope.
That
Really
was
clean
Premiere.
looking.
I didn't have time to do it in After Effects.
It was super clean. I guess the motion, she locked it in.
Yeah,
nicely.
it was a dip to white transition and a good old fireball from ProductionCrate.com set to add.
Nice.
Yeah,
The final shot, I think, was a little soft.
It was.
I wish when the skeletons were getting shot, you had like an animation of them kind of like...
It did. It's in there, dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, probably covered up by those fireballs. The people at home know. They've seen it.
Good luck. I'll see you tomorrow, Adrian.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good night, dude.
Good morning.
Scott!
Hey, it's Scott.
Awesome.
Do we not have room in the budget for a judge with hair?
We got some big judges, man. This is great.
Oh yeah, this is a
getting
good
fancy.
show. If I win, the lesson is cheaters prosper always.
He's fired if he wins, he's fired. Let's find out what Scott has to say.
Hey everybody, I'm Scott from the YouTube channel, it's the NerdSync. I almost forgot what my own channel was just now. So both of these entries are really fun. I really enjoyed the sound design on Chris's entry, but I kind of like the story a little bit more on Adrian's entry. That being said, the winner is... I'm sorry if that ruined any drum roll sound effect that you were gonna put in yourself. Well, you could just edit it out, whatever. The winner is, in my opinion, Chris. Chris, I think your entry was really good. I think the visuals were spot on. You nailed it, buddy. You did good.
Scotty boy, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, yes. I'd like to say I'm surprised, but he knows everything. He's the smartest person in the world. So obviously he's gonna know who the real winner is, so thanks, Scott. That's really cool. Adrian, man.
Inviting Scott to be a judge was my idea.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm leaving.
It's good.
I'm out of here. Bye.
Bye, Adrian. Actually, I mean, if you might want to go watch some After Effects tutorials or something, kind of brush up a little bit.
Hate video showdown. Never doing this again.
Adrian, where are you going? We need to film your...
Hate it.
I won! I won! I won! I won! I won! Look at that! I won! I won the lollipop. You know, I knew I was gonna win the whole time because my concept was so awesome. It was so awesome that Adrian had to copy it. And I think Scott is just such a wise, intelligent, and thoughtful person that he knew. He not only knew that mine was better, but he knew it was the original. It's the origin story. Nothing beats the original concept.
Come on, Adrian. Chris can win one.
You hate Terminator 2? It's a better movie.
Spin-offs and fan fictions and all that stuff, they happen, but the original, that's the stuff.
The Empire Strikes Back, Scott. That's all I have to say to you.
Adrian's entry was really cool. I loved all the little skeletons. I loved the gun shooting them. That stuff is just dope.
Adrian, come on.
Did he even count the skeletons? I had like 30 skeletons. Chris had like 5.
Adrian, I thought you did a great job, man. Not saying I thought you should have won. I think I should have won. I think things turned out how they were supposed to.
NerdSync, more like NerdSync! I'm sorry, it's a good channel.
All right, everybody, that does it for this video showdown. I'll see you next time when I kick some more butt. You. Bye.
If you want more of me, Scott, from NerdSync, that's my channel. I'm committing it to memory now. I make videos about comic books and superheroes, and I use them to teach about real-world history, science, philosophy, culture, that kind of stuff. So if you like learning through superheroes, seeing what comics and superheroes have to teach us about the real world that we live in, you and I, both of us together, then come check out NerdSync. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye. I don't know when I'm gonna be out of frame, so this was a bad joke to commit to.
You thought you could beat me in the video showdown. You thought you could throw down. You thought you could win, but you couldn't, so you said now. You thought you'd get away with acting defiant like you got a slingshot and you up against a giant. You ignore the advice that I gave you. You gotta fight me on your own. David ain't here to save you. David, like the David at ProductionCrate, and the one in the Bible is a throwback.